Hey everyone, today I'm sharing with you a tutorial and some top tips for the new showcase, the Fanciful Floral Frame Creator die set from Tonic Studios. This is a large A4 die set, but it will fit through like a standard big shot machine. It comes with 5 different frame creators, 2 different toppers, a banner, and a little rectangle for the sentiments. It also comes with a set of stamps that have some borders and a ton of sentiments for you to use. Before I start my tutorial, I want to show you a couple of different frames that you can cut out and how to align them. We're going to start with that largest frame, which makes a rectangle. So we're going to just go ahead and place it on a piece of paper. I just cut an A4 piece of paper in half, and we're just going to pop that through the die machine, and then we're going to flip the die around and we're going to align it so that it makes a perfect cut. I'm trimming that paper down on the sides now that we've cut the first one out, but it's not essential. What you're going to do is you're going to place your die cut back onto the same piece of paper, and there's a couple of points to make sure that you cut this out perfectly every time. So there's like a little arrow on the side, and that's going to line up at the edge of each side, and then there's a notch as well, and you want to put that last pin dot inside the notch and just line them all up. If you get everything lined up perfectly like that every time, you're never going to miscut it. I use this rectangle to show you how easy the cut is, and also what the largest one looks like cut out. It's a really beautiful frame, and I use this on a couple of other samples, which I will show you at the end of the video. I want to show you one more shape. So we're going to take one of those frames, and this is one with like a flat edge, and then we're going to take another one with one of those round edges, and we're going to align them in the same way. So let's cut that out, and then what it is one of the toppers fits perfectly inside that kind of unusual shape. So you can mix and match all of your frames, and you have toppers and all sorts of things that you are going to be able to add to it. I hope that was helpful for you, and now that you know how to align your frames, we're going to get straight into our tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and use the smallest frame twice just to make a little pattern design, and I'm cutting it out with 300 GSM watercolor cardstock. Because the paper's so thick, you might have to run it through your machine twice, and I also had to get my little pokey tool out and poke out all of those little bits and pieces. But as you can see, again, that it has cut out perfectly. For this tutorial, I'm going to use my Nuvo Aqua pens in a rainbow, and that is just really to show my support and to celebrate Pride Month. We're going direct to paper with our Aquaflow pens, and then we're blending it out just with a little bit of plain water. I've just gone for a really basic rainbow spectrum. I'll list all of the colors and materials in the description below. The Aquaflow pens always go a lot darker when they're dried. That's unlike traditional watercolors, which go lighter, so that's something to keep in mind. Now I made a second one off camera, and that's because we're going to make 2 cards. These are really easy cards to make, so I'm not going to give much instruction. The only thing that I'm going to say is that I cut out a blue border for each one, and I didn't use it in the end. I went with some Holo Waves paper and just left it white. I thought that it was a better match that way. sometimes the little pieces for banner dies like this can be tricky to align or like get that perfect alignment. So I have a little tip here that I think that might help. The first thing you want to do after you've cut your pieces out is just to take the second largest die and take that middle kind of border banner piece out and just adhere it to the largest one. So I've just adhered that first layer on, and then I'm going to use the waist as a guide to stick the other 4 pieces down. I thought this was much easier to do, and it just makes everything really symmetrical. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and then also click on that little bell so you get all of my notifications. Have a great day, everybody. Take care and stay safe.